Everyone on YouTube, and welcome to a new tutorial. This time we are going to speak on how to animate something in our work area and how we are going to render the animation out. Okay, so let's open Maya, and I was creating a new scene without opening any project. It just will be a demonstration on how to animate something. So let's say we are creating this uh, floor, okay, and let's say we have this sphere which will be a ball, okay. So at first we need to choose how much frames we want in our timeline. By default it's 48 frames, okay, or 24 frames. Now if we would like to have more frames, we should come to this box over here, the left one from those two, and type in how much frames we want. So this is how we increasing our timeline time, okay, frames. And now let's move this object over here. And whenever you want to animate object movement, you need first to choose the object you want to animate. So therefore I will start I want to start my animation here, okay. This is where the sphere is at, and I want to animate uh, something like a jumping ball, okay. So if you will go over the timeline, make sure you rewind it, okay, and to the start of the timeline. So number it you will get an highlighted gray area where is number one, okay, frame. And then you want to take a first to set a first key for the record, okay, like recording it. So tap on your S letter on your keyboard, so it will create a red line over here where it's the number one frame. Now let's say we want that by frame 20 this sphere will be at the floor, okay. So first move this highlighted gray highlighted, okay, kind of thing, to the frame you want this frame to be set, and then you will need to move the object like so, okay. So this is the floor, we are making sure that it's correct, okay, and then tap on the S again, okay. So now Maya has set keys to the start point and to the second point. So now if we will look at this, we will play this. Let's start by rewind it, so you see the sphere is brought back up, okay, and let's play, okay. So it come down. Now we would like to add few more movements, but what if we want this sphere to rotate at the same time it's hitting the ground? So therefore you have to stay in this frame 20. You will have to rotate the sphere in whichever direction you will choose and tap on the S again, okay, in this frame. So now if we will rewind this, it will basically give you the same thing that you wish to create, okay. You wish the ball to rotate while it's dropping down. Now we want to add few more things, so let's choose frame number 30 as for the hitting the ground and bounce from the ground back to the earth. So we will choose to move the sphere over here like so and set a key for this, but we also Okay, so I set a key, but we also want to give it more rotation. So let's rotate it some more, and you can see it's at the same position that we move it. Okay, it's only rotating. So now I will set another key. Now if I will rewind it using the timeline, you can see that the sphere is rotating while it's doing his action. Okay, all right, so um, we can keep on doing this. Let's say we want um, the sphere to hit the ground again, so we will move it like so and bring it here. Don't forget to choose the frame that you want to record this, okay, at first, and then hit the S key. Okay, and also we are going to give it more rotation, not in this direction, maybe in this direction. Okay, so now I will set another key, tapping the S letter, and now let's see what it gives us. Okay, so whoop and whoop. So this is how we are animating a sphere or a ball that's bouncing on the floor. So you can keep on doing this and practice it. Another thing is whenever you trying to do very crazy things like all of a sudden move a sphere from here, okay, and hitting the has, and then add few more frames and move it like so. Okay, so Maya don't really doing any fancy things. It will straightforward to the same direction that you point the sphere. Okay, so let's see. Okay, it will actually move at the same direction that you move the ball. Okay, so don't expect it to do any other things. I will explain what I'm trying to say in other tutorial that will it will talk about. We will talk then about animating a camera movement. Okay, so for now this is what we have, and let's say we want to render this animation out. Okay, so let's just give it a color. Okay, so it will be nice. It will look nicer than just a gray ball. Okay, so we can use a ramp shader maybe. Let's go to the hyper shade and we will choose ramp shader and we'll apply it to our ball. Okay, let's tap on 6. Okay, so this is our ball and this is what we have. We have a colorful ball sphere and it's bouncing, okay, and moving. Okay, let's now let's render this out. If you familiar with Maya or any other application, 3D application, you probably know that those applications are making the best results when they are trying to render a movie out or animation out when it comes to rendering image sequences. Okay, many programs, many applications like this, like Maya, can give it, the finished results like a movie video file, but it's better to use image sequence. Okay, so how we are doing that? First of all, we didn't use any camera in this scene. We are shooting this scene from the perspective view. That means that wherever we will look at the scene right now, at the ball, this is where this is how we will see the animation itself when it will be when the rendering will finish. Okay, so at first we must choose in which direction we want to look at this. So I will direct the view like so, and then we will open the render setting. Okay, so after you open the render setting, you need to choose which render engine you are going to use. For this tutorial, it doesn't really matter right now in which render engine, because this tab common, this is the main thing that we are going to focus on, and you can see the common tab in each of those render engines. Okay, if we have mental ray, we will still get the same common, okay, tab. So let's stay with Maya software and let's see some of the options we have here. At first, and the main thing that you want to know, when you are using a project file folder, so Maya will put the all image sequences that she's going to render out to the default images folder that's inside your documents, inside your Maya, inside your projects, inside the same project that you name it. And inside this project folder you will find a new folder that's called images. This is where Maya by default will put it. So if you see here, we have users, Roman, Horol, and documents, Maya, projects, HP, images. Okay, so this is where she's going to render out those pictures. This is the directory. So at first you need to choose a name. Okay, let's choose a name. Let's choose something like ball. Okay, ball, and we want to choose in which format we want to get our pictures, our image sequence pictures. So in most cases, if you are going to render out something that will go over after that, you will edit it or compositing it in other application like Photoshop or After Effects, I don't know. It's better to choose PSD or Targa, okay, or Targa, which is here, TGA. So for this tutorial, we will go with PSD, okay, because this is what give us alpha channel, okay, and we only want to see the ball and the floor and the background. We want it to be transparent, so we can add after that in the After Effects or at the Photoshop to add other backgrounds. Okay, so when you create a PSD or Targa, in most cases, as long as the alpha channel here will be ticked, you will get a transparent background. Okay, so before we go over there, another thing is to go over the frame animation extension. Okay, and we need to choose name and this sign over here. Okay, name dot number. Okay, this is for number dot extension. So you must choose this because most of application like Adobe After Effects or others, they're first focusing on the name and then the number and then the extension of it. While it's recognizing the name and after this the hierarchy number, she knows, those application knows to determine what will be the next frame picture in this hierarchy. Okay, so they will add them in hierarchy order using the numbers that Maya will generate for each of those pictures. Okay, so this is what you need to choose: name dot number dot extension. Okay, and now we will go over the frame range. Let's say we don't need the all 100 frames here, okay, because our last set key is set to 60, so, or 80, I don't know, I don't remember. But if we want to scale this animation to something that is less or more, we can always come to the end frame and choose another frame. Okay, so when it will when Maya will render frame number 87, after that it will be stopped, and that's it for the batch rendering. Okay, so now you can also choose a start point. Okay, so start frame, you can choose another frame to start from, shoot rendering the pictures. So this is mainly for the rendering. Choose whatever numbers you would like to see in your animation. Okay, from point 20 to 60, or you could have them all. Just type in 100 and that will be fine. Okay, after that, it's the camera that you are using. This time, as I told you earlier, we are not using any camera in this scene. The only thing that we are using is the perspective view. So it will shoot whatever the perspective view is showing you. So therefore you will have to choose in which point of view you are going to watch this animation. So keep with whatever you would like and make sure it's on perspective view. Okay, so you can choose any camera if you would add the camera to the scene, but you didn't, so stick with perspective. Okay, presp. The presp stands for perspective view. Okay, now let's talk about image size. You can ask Maya to bring you all kind of resolution size for the picture that she will render out. So in most cases where you want to do some really big project and it should be look fancy, it's recommended to use something like HD 1080. Okay, if you truly want to see something. Okay, so let's not talk about that much. We just want for now this type of resolution, and that's it. After that you can close. After you set all those things, okay. Oh, one more thing. When we choose a file name prefix, okay, we type down ball. This is what will be the name for each one of the frames that Maya will render out. So ball stand for name, stand for ball. You have to remember this. So if you will create a new render job at the same directory, you better change the name here, because you are going to override other files that you created before if you render anything before at the same directory. Okay, so remember this one. And now let's close, and now go over polygons. Okay, change to rendering and open the render tab. And now if you want Maya to determine how much RAM memory your PC have, or your computer has, and how much can be used, it's better to go over rendering current frame. Okay, and click this box first. Okay, oh wait, no, it doesn't open. Render option main line, render master does not provide render option. Okay, never mind. Let's click on the square over batch render. Okay, forget about the first thing, just go over batch render and choose this square here. Now okay, so okay, I understand why it's happening. Because I'm using Maya software as my render engine, I don't get to see the all options that I'm used to see. If I will switch to MentorWay, okay, and close this, so now if I will go to batch render, like here, then I will see what I intended to show you. Okay, so now we have a memory. We have these messages and on and memory. First, you must make sure that you are not rendering on the network machines, because you are rendering on your home computer. So make sure it's render on the local machine, which is selected over here. Now, By default, Maya is auto memory limit. She's calculating the her own calculation to make sure that you will get the best of your RAM to render of your RAM memory to render out your pictures. So this is very slow slow kind of thing when we talk about rendering using mental ray engine to render out our picture with great quality and everything. So um, Maya, it's very slow process. Okay, so Maya have to calculate how much he have, how much how much RAM memory she have free to in order to use it to render out your picture. So we are going to calculate. Okay, I will choose to calculate, and it says I have 4000.5 gigabytes of RAM free. Okay, so that's good. That's more than good, but it still will be very slow process. Okay, so after you've done this calculate thing, you will go over render. Okay, and it will render one photo. So don't do this. Just uh, click on auto memory limit. Okay, and then close it. Now we will go over render, and we will choose batch render. Okay, so click on batch render, and it will start the rendering job. Okay, it will start to render out each of those 100 frames, and as you can see, it's already done. It's already started. Okay, so it's doing very good job when it's using something blank like this scene. So in a moment we will get our first animation. Okay, pictures. Okay, so it's done, and let's minimize our Maya, and we will go over yeah, show desktop icons, and now I will go as I show you before. This is I was rendering out. Okay, sorry, I was rendering out all those pictures, all those 100 pictures to my documents, Maya, projects, HP, and images, as I told you. And here is the all ball kind of sequence images. Okay, so there is ball number 100 and ball number 1. Okay, so now what you actually need to do when you want to merge all those pictures together to a one video footage, you will have to open some of your editing application. You can also do this from Photoshop, so I will open Photoshop for you. Okay, here is Photoshop. I'm opening it, and we just have to wait a few seconds. Okay, so go over File and choose to import. Okay, so no, choose to go over Open, and then you will get this box. So we are going to the same folder that those pictures are at. So Maya, projects, HP, images, and choose the first picture in this sequence. Okay, ball 1, and make sure you ticked the image sequence option over here and choose to open it. Okay, that's it. Wait a few seconds. Photoshop will generate her own calculation for this files. I don't know what that means, but let's say okay. All right. So now we can open the animation um, thing. Okay, so this is the animation timeline for Photoshop. Okay, so I'll bring it back over here, and if I will click on play, um, you will see the animation that we just created. Okay, here is the ball, it's jumping and moving. Okay, so this is how a simple rendering job is created. Um, in most cases, when you also want to shoot from a camera or something, and you want to apply some movement to your camera, um, it gets a little more tricky. But uh, it's first better to know how those things are working. So this is a very excellent tutorial, I think, and I hope it will serve you well. And if you have any question, just comment me, leave me a message, and as always I will do my best to give you a fast response to your questions. And that's it for now. Have a nice day, people, and we'll see you soon in a new tutorial where we probably will keep on learning those little things about animation and how to render things out. Okay, so see you, and that's it. Have a nice day. Bye.